Okay, a couple things. I'm gonna look really funny, and I probably look shocked, and I am. I'm losing my voice because I am literally recording and talking too much. I did this last time too. God, what is wrong with me? I know what's wrong with me. I'm panicked about life and need to make money. So I've got some of that man voice. What I'm gonna have to do is, I have videos ready to go for this weekend, so I'll have to take this week off, but I'm having the happiest panic attack I've ever had in my life. By the way, what's wrong with my lighting? Like half of my, like, it's all lit up over here and it's dark here. So like half of me looks like fat angelic and half of me just looks puffy evil. Okay, so sorry about the voice. It's so funny because I was thinking about this today. I'm shaking and I'm irritated because I'm not this person. I don't fan out. I don't. I mean, like, okay, back in the past, I'd get excited when YouTubers I had seen would get at me, but I wasn't like flipping out, and I'm literally shaking. Okay, my fucking voice. Oh my God. Okay, you guys are probably like, Joy, get to the fucking point. I love that the haters do that. I had this comment from that Boston black cat, get to the point. And I'm like, no, I do it my way. And people seem to like it my way, except for y'all who are just jealous and mad at life. I don't know, I don't care. Holy shit. I'm just gonna do a whole video about it, and I'm gonna tell you, there's a reason I'm doing the video, not just because of the shock, like that I'm in shock and I wanted to share this with you because I'm really happy, but because of the thought process I had about this. So I stayed up all night making videos, and the thing is, I'll upload 2 or 3 a day because you never know which one's gonna be a hit and which one's gonna be missed. Sometimes you can predict, you know, but like, you're not quite sure. Like, I thought my Monday Matt video would be a hit, and I can't crack like 300 views in an hour. And yet the Shane Dawson one is doing really well, and it's at it's like at the top of the Shane Dawson search. Like, sometimes you can predict what the algorithm's gonna do, but you don't know as you become a YouTuber and get used to this. I look really evil on this side. I don't care though. Okay, so I'm answering my comments, because y'all know I go in my comments and I answer comments, right? And here's the thing, is like, I've been riding really hard for Shane Dawson because when I watch him, I'm a fellow empath and a fixer like he is, and I feel like I can feel his heart. I mean, granted, you never fucking know who people are, but at the same time, a lot of times you can get an intuitive sense. Here I say that, and I let somebody like Rose Hall come in and destroy my life. I know, it's hypocritical, but, you know, and with Shane, I'm in a position of, especially with these series, like, okay, let me backtrack. I've always liked Shane. I didn't know much about Shane, so like, it's not like I've ever been a super fan. I've been like, oh yeah, I like some of his stuff. He does conspiracy theory videos and that's it. But I'll tell you, I've become a super fan over this series he did with Shane Dawson. And I've become a big fan because I'm seeing his heart and I'm seeing his struggle and I'm recognizing what I've gone through, right? Like, it's gonna sound so cliche, real recognizes real. But anyway, so like, I've been riding really hard for him, and I'm seeing what the social justice warrior shit is doing to him and his content. Like, you can tell he's really struggling with, I don't want to hurt people, but I want to do this my way, and I want to get information out. You know, what do you do? And so the other day, I think I put this in my video, right? I did, the last video, I started tweeting like support. Now here's the thing, guys. Here's how I operate in life. I'm not entitled to anyone's time. Like, I've talked about this, I have bigger YouTubers. Some would be very surprised by the YouTubers I have in my DMs that I don't talk about. And you know what? A lot of times they get back to me quickly because I'm not up in their business. I don't ask them for shit. Like, I know I am not entitled to anyone's time, attention, energy, favors, anything. And that's something I'm very respectful of when it comes to people who are very successful or well-known or have a lot of money, which in the line of work I've done, I've been around that. So the big thing is, for people who are in like big positions of something, they have to walk a very difficult, like, because I've seen it, right? And I have the empathy that they have to walk this difficult line of, you've got to be a hard ass to get your business done. But at the end of the day, what does everybody want but love and friends? That's what everybody wants. And so you kind of, and When you're somebody like Shane, who is very caring, who's empathic, he wants to help, he wants to fix, and you've got so many eyes on you and so much criticism, and when you're sensitive, and it doesn't mean sensitive like he's a pussy, but sensitive to how can I best be of service to people, it's really, really difficult. And the more attention you get, the more difficult it can be. As y'all know, it took me a year of leaving YouTube to get that thick skin, and not just with that, but a lot of things going on in my life, and fix my health and stuff. Like, I'm trying not to cry because this is really touching. See, and I know you guys know my story, but I'm sitting here freaking out because I was just thinking yesterday when I was making my video, and I thought this when I was on Twitter too, I was just like, I feel for Shane, because you gotta think, hundreds of people are coming at him. Hundreds, if not thousands. So it's like you have the small circle people, and then the people that are closer but not in the inner circle surrounding, and you've got levels of these, when you're somebody like Shane, you have levels of people that are gonna be around you. And you've gotta imagine, because Shane is so nice, what happens when you're nice and you're a fixer is people assume a lot of you, and they assume a lot from you. It's happened to me throughout my life. When I had a fuck ton of money, you better believe everybody was hitting me up. And it's funny because now that I'm doing horribly, who are those people in my past who's coming at me, who's trying to help me? Almost zero, except for a couple. Maybe one day I will talk about them and promote them. I just don't want to give them harassment. It will come. There have been a couple people from my past that have really, really, tried, and I appreciate it. But so imagine Shane's position when he's got hundreds of people from the inner and around the inner circle, and Jake Paul's and Logan Paul's circle and the Teen 10 circle going, hey, can you do me a favor? Don't say this about me. Don't say that about me. Can you give me a shout out? Can you blah, 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 blah? Can you do me a favor? 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 Just repeat, repeat, repeat. I've been there in the small scale. I can't imagine being sensitive, empathic, kind-hearted, and wanting to help, getting that all the time. It's overwhelming. People constantly wanting something from you, that in itself will create depression and anxiety. Because you do this thing of like, who can I trust? Who has a pure heart? Who has my best interest? And it gets really difficult. So I was frustrated watching all of these people come at him, either for negativity or for favors. And it's just like, he's a fucking person. He's a fucking person. And people forget that. At the end of the day, Shane Dawson, just like everybody else, one of the biggest, most well-known YouTubers, Shane Dawson is just a human being who wants love and respect and friendship like everybody else, right? So I just see so many people making demands on him, aggressively asking for favors, constantly asking for shout outs. And you know what? It's exhausting when you're in that position. It's exhausting. It's exhausting how much people assume of you. And what I'm worried about, but I think he's a baller, he's got it, is that when a fixer stands their ground and stands up for themselves, it's like the vultures come out, and that's part of what kept happening to me. Yet, I was stuck in a situation where I couldn't explain what was going on. So, it was just a whole catch-22 shit situation. Okay, but anyway. So I was just thinking about it and thinking about our culture of literally, I'm like, here he's talking about narcissists and sociopaths, and here all these people are coming at him, not giving a shit about him, not giving a shit about what's best for him, but constantly asking, taking. And that's why I said, you know what, I want to show some support. And I had some haters go, oh yeah, she thinks Shane's gonna actually notice her. And I'm like, I'm not doing it for that. And I even said in my video, like, I'm showing support simply because from my perspective and my opinion, energy is energy is energy. So the more supportive energy you send somebody, the better it will help them. It's not about getting a response. It's about standing up for what's right. Standing up for somebody that may be getting bullied. Because in my opinion, I feel like Shane is getting bullied for the way he's doing his series. And like, I've heard the criticism, well, he made it over dramatic. So fucking what? It's his perspective, it's his opinion, and you know what? in his position, I bet it feels that dramatic to constantly have everybody trying to take from you. People, if you don't set boundaries, people will come in and take everything. And that is a very paranoid place. It takes a very strong person to find peace in that place. So I was just contemplating this, right? I was contemplating about this, and I was contemplating about how hard his position is, and just, you know, mentally or whatever, you know, my little new age shit, mentally or visualizing, just sending him support and saying, you got this, boo. Like, drown out the voices. Fuck everybody else. Go in your heart. What feels right for you. That's all that matters. Because you are doing a service to people, because this shit needs to be talked about. Because we have a generation of people who've grown up with cell phones in their assholes, who all feel entitled to be famous for no reason and will cut a bitch to do so. This is good. You are doing good, in my opinion. And Shane writes me. And I didn't expect it. Holy shit. Y'all have to understand. I go into shit with zero expectations. Here's what I do. I go into a situation, whether it's work or whatever, and I go, I know my potential for something, but I don't expect anything. Because at the end of the day, I'm just a human being like everybody else. And we all have the same potential. Like, I love this meme where it's like, be humble, you're made of dirt, be noble, you're from the stars. And that's how I try to view myself, as like, doesn't matter what talents or abilities I have, tomorrow I can be dead. Chronic illness teaches you that, right? So, you guys know I answer my comments, and I'm looking through my comments, and here's a comment from somebody named Shane with that like face where it's like half broken and half, hi, I'm Shane, and I'm like, oh, here it is, here's Jadwin. I'm thinking, here's one of the assholes. And I'm gonna read you the comment, hold on, I'm gonna get it. I'm not even gonna edit this because I'm so excited, I'm shaking, and I shouldn't be, because I don't fan out like this. And I'll explain why I'm fanning out. Here it is. It says, a comment on my video that says, done with criticism. He says, I love you, Joy, and I'm so glad you're uploading again. And it's a crying smiley face. It's a crying smiley face, guys. How the fuck does this motherfucker know anything about me to know I left you? Like, I'm almost mad at him. Shane, if you're watching, and I doubt you are because you're a busy motherfucker, don't waste your time on my babbling. But I'm like, why do you know who I am? You are too successful to know somebody like me. Don't waste your time on me. Does that make sense? Hold on. Stomach problems and Pedialyte makes for an even drier throat. I had to shut the fuck up and stop talking. I don't know why I lost my voice, guys. 3 videos, an hour long. Okay. And remember, when you make these videos, it's straight talking. It's me straight. It's 3 hours of non-stop talking. I don't know why y'all like me. I love y'all. Don't get me wrong. I'm not putting you down. I love y'all. But I'm just like, why the fuck do they like me? They like me. They really like me. Sally Fields is amazing. But okay. So here's my first response, okay? And by the way, if people are like, this is fake, it had a check mark by it. And I'm sitting here going, there's another creator mimicking him. There's something going on. So I click the link and it goes to his fucking page, 17 million subscribers. And I literally started shaking and I'm like, Shane, fuck you. You just gave me the happiest panic attack I've ever had. I'm having a panic attack because I'm so happy to see that comment. What are you doing? What are you doing, Shane? You have more important things than writing me a comment. But here's what I wrote him back. I said, what the fuck is this really you? What the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you writing me, doll? Holy shit, thank you. I didn't expect this. I'm not entitled to shit from you. Thank you for being strong and doing what you do. We support you and we see your heart, doll. And then I left some heart emojis. And I'm literally shaking. And I'm gonna explain why. Because I don't I've been around celebrities and I've been around people with big money, and I don't do this. I don't act like this because people are people, but here's why. There are very few people I'm genuinely fans of. Because to me, fan comes from the, like, it doesn't sound like a derivative of fanatic, right? I'm not fanatical about people. But I'm fans of weird people. Like, I'm gonna freak out over meeting John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell because of their comedies. Because of how much they brought me joy and made me happy. I'm gonna lose my shit when I meet Jim Carrey because of the same thing. Put me in a room with Brad Pitt, I could care less, and no disrespect. He's a beautiful man. I have no interest. No attraction, no interest. I'm sure he's a nice person, not doubting that. But like, get me around my favorite comedians or people who've touched my heart, and I'm going to lose my mind. And watching what's happened with Shane Dawson and seeing who he is and seeing him stand up for himself and be like, bitch, I'm doing it my way, he captured my heart and my empathy, and I have over the last few days been like, I love this motherfucker so much. I stand this motherfucker so hard. Watching what he's going through and doing that, it's like, it brings, you know, I've talked about like dealing with anger from what I went through online before and some of the other stuff. It brings so much peace to my soul to be like, if he's doing it and I did it before, like, it's gonna be okay. It brings, it's really empowering. And I'm not talking about somebody recognized me who's successful. I mean, somebody that I feel like I connected with on a heart level, not romance, for fuck's sake. Here it is, she's in love with Shane Dawson. Like, I'm not talking about romance. I mean like on a soul heart level. I'm like, I see you, boo. I recognize you. And I honestly did not expect for this motherfucker to have any interest in me or to reach out to me. Zero. Like, you all have to understand, that's not why I do things. I mean, obviously, I'm now back because I have to make money to get better and I'm trying to grow my channel. That's like, first, like, and I'm honest about that, but when it comes to people, I don't do things to grow the channel. If that were the case, I'd be bothering all of these bigger YouTubers constantly, and I don't. In fact, if you're a bigger YouTuber and you're in my DMs or something, if I ask for a favor, which I rarely do, I will offer to compensate out of respect. Out of respect for your time. That's just how I operate. So I'm just in shock that the motherfucker wrote me. I'm in shock that he knows anything about me to say, I'm glad you're back, and a little smiley face with a cry. How does he know? How the fuck does this motherfucker know me? I have no clue. But I just wanted to share some of that, and I just wanted to also do a really heartfelt message to Shane. Shane, if you're watching this, go do something else. I'm a nobody. It's weird because, you know, I'm always like, okay, I'm gonna address this person. They're never gonna watch this. I'm now in this weird position of one of like the biggest, most well-known YouTubers on the planet could actually be watching this video, which is, the thing is, I don't mind. Like, you know, I told you I have bigger people, but now I'm a genuine fan of this person. So does that make sense? So now I'm freaking out because I'm a fan. I would have been flattered, but I wouldn't have minded that much if I hadn't become such a fan since this series started and such a, like, rooting for Shane, you know? So it was just this really nice little boost, you know? It's just a really nice little boost. I'm not entitled to anything. I will never hear from this motherfucker again. And that's probably how it should be. Because he doesn't know me. I don't know him. And at the end of the day, he doesn't need to do shit for me. He just needs to be himself. He's an entertainer. And my job is to be a fan and appreciate him and root for him. And I'm just really grateful. So Shane, if you're watching, and don't watch, go do something else. But if this happens to get back to Shane, I just want to say, out of all the people I've interacted with on YouTube, your comment touched me the most because the work you're doing touches me the most because it's shit I'm working on in myself. I don't want to cry, and I'm starting to cry, and I also sound like how can I cry and sound like a man dog at the same time? But to have somebody that you respect so much even give a little notice is really healing. It's really healing, and it's really affirming, and I can't share my gratitude enough. I can't. I didn't expect anything from you. I just wanted you to know how much support you have, and that just because there's so many people raging, the truth is 80 to 90% of everybody has got your back. You're just getting inundated with assholes, in my opinion. And people can have their different opinions on a series. People want to bitch, it's too dramatic, that's fine. Who cares? Who cares? Honestly, to me, this is a dramatic topic, and it's one that needs to be addressed. And Shane has every artistic and creative right to address it how he wants. And if people want to bitch about that, to me it's like, okay, well then what's to say that you're not just bitching about something minor to view horror off of him? But I just wanted to say, Shane, thank you so much. I've been through a lot the last year, especially getting on YouTube, and your comment means a lot. That little support means a lot. Thank you, Shane. I just wanted to say thank you, because I'm not entitled to anything from you. And you're a busy person and you didn't have to leave that comment. But I know I only have a tiny channel of 15,000 subscribers. Roberta's all like, no cuts, no edits. And then of course, my tiny SD card fills up because I pay attention so well. But I was just ending the video and I just wanted to say, and I'll try to do it again, Shane, I got a tiny channel. I don't have much influence. I never really did. I mean, the channel was at 65,000 before I deleted it because I thought, well, my boyfriend and my friend's jobs are more important than me being on fucking YouTube because people are crazy. But I just wanted to say, like, you have our love and support. Probably not much, but you do, and you're always going to, and nobody here is entitled or expects anything from you. We just want you to be you and do what's right for you and make healthy choices for yourself and whatever that means for you. Also, Shane, I'm gonna need you to shout me out. By the way, this isn't even a question, this is a demand. You're gonna need to shout me out. You're gonna need to do a video series on me. Like, just focus on kissing my ass. That's all I need you to do. You should send me a care package. Like, what do rich people do in California? Like, send me a Louboutin. What's a Louboutin? Because there's Louis Vuitton, and there's a Louboutin. Isn't Louis Vuitton like the purses with like a logo, and it's like leather, and they're weird colors? A Louboutin is a shoe that's red, right? You know what? Just send me both. And a Cartier. Isn't that a watch? I don't even know what this shit means. Shane, I'm from Kansas, so you know what? Just send me the most expensive ruby red shoes with sequins on them, because I'm gonna Dorothy this bitch. And I've got 2 little dogs, even though they're not the same dog. It doesn't matter. Shane, it doesn't matter. Because here's the thing, Shane, in my head we're friends. In my head, since I'm a fan of you, I'm entitled to everything you have. Shane, I swear to God, guys, this is how people like act to bigger YouTubers. It's crazy. I think, yeah, Shane, I will take those red shoes because I'm entitled. The entitlement, I love it. Anyways, I'm gonna stop goofing. And funny enough, I have tons and tons of red glittery shoes. One day, I'm going to show everybody my clothes. It's depressing now because I can't fit into any of them at the moment. But one day, you guys will see I have like probably 4 or 5 different kinds of red shoes that are like sequined or glittered because why the fuck not? I'm 34 years old, it's mature. All right, I'm gonna go. This has been too long. I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support, and thank you, Shane Dawson, for the support. I didn't expect it. I appreciate it. I'm not entitled to it. I'll never have it again, and it's just nice to have some support, and you got our support, boo, and thank you for all the awareness you're raising, and thank you for doing what you're doing, because sorry, not sorry, as the basic bitches say, but here's the thing. Some of these YouTubers need to have some humbled slapped into them, and I'm glad that's what your series is doing. So let the motherfuckers rage. Let them rage. You do you, because all the real from us recognizes the real in you and the heart in you. I'm done. I love you guys. It's time for pupper walks. Okay. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.